How many kids do you have? Are you a millennial? What do you make at your current job? On today's episode, totally illegal questions during an interview. We're just going to start with a big one. I see owners doing this all the time. There is a high likelihood that you live in a state where asking someone what they make at their current or most recent job is completely illegal. I get the logic of why. Let's say you've budgeted up to $70,000 for a position, but if somebody's making 55, you might be able to get them for 60. And look, you've saved money. And I'm not against saving money. But the fact is, paying people based on what they made at their previous job really only works to perpetuate the gender gap and the racial gap. As an employer, you should figure out what you're willing to pay and then make an offer. And as an applicant, you should know your value. When you go into a job, come up with what you are happy to make and state that number and hold to it. Personally, I'm not a fan of the car deal. I say a number and then you say a number and then we meet in the middle. Don't like it. Next totally illegal question is, oh, are you married? You got kids? I know what you're trying to do, and it's probably not done with bad intentions. You're trying to connect. Polite conversation. But the fact is, a lot of unscrupulous restaurant owners won't hire people with families and kids because they think that they won't work the long hours. And God forbid they actually have to make time to see their family. You should also avoid anything that pegs people's age. Hey, what year did you graduate from high school? Anything that falls within the EEOC protected characteristics, you just don't ask. And if you're interviewing somebody and they happen to bring these things up, someone wants to talk about their spouse, wants to talk about kids, doesn't mean you can. You should veer the conversation back to the job at hand. There's a whole list of other illegal questions, but I believe you get the idea. And if you're ever unsure, change the subject. All right, that's from chapter 3 of my book, The Surprise Restaurant Manager. You know where to get it. All those good bookstores. You can listen to me on Audible. All this fun talking. By the way, some of the best money I ever spent. I did a little shout out to myself on VCR Party Live. If you're not familiar, they're awesome. Show's hilarious. They did a fantastic job. Shout out to the Melindas. See you next time.